with me and Mr. Moist, let's get it.
Obvious question. What drew you to make this kind of music? Why SpongeBob-related music in general?
I think it was me wanting to go back into the past and bring something from back then into now. And the only way that I knew how to do that was through music and rap, obviously. And as well as that, like, it also came a lot from boredom, you know? This whole thing kind of started up, obvious. Bring something from back then. I think it was me wanting to go back into the past and bring something from back then into now. And the only way that I knew how to do that was through music and rap, obviously. And as well as that, like, it also came a lot from boredom, you know? This whole thing kind of started as a bit of an in-joke with me and the homies, and from there, people started to really pay attention, and before I knew it, I'd kind of built this, I guess, community of people that wanted these SpongeBob raps. So, yeah, it started out as a joke, and then very quickly started to, heat up.
You mentioned you've been doing this for a while. There's been speculation, some theories, the old tinfoil hats going around that you might be a big industry player. Can you confirm or deny these rumors?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there that definitely would have heard my main artist project, and they also listen to Glorb and probably haven't connected the dots that it's me. So, yeah, you know, I won't give away too much, but there's that.
Oh, okay. You're saying you are an industry veteran. You're not someone that just picked up the old SpongeBob voice changer and let it rip after, you know, graduating with a bioengineering degree or something. You've been in the scene.
Yeah, so aside from the bioengineering degree, which I definitely have, I've also I've been in the industry for a while. So if you're tapped in with modern rap, you've definitely heard of me.
Who are you?
Well, you know, I'm Glorb, I guess.
Yeah, but like, who is Glorb?
Well, you know, Glorb is Bikini Bottom's fine.
Like, who?
In with modern rap, you've definitely have. I've also I've been in the industry for a while. So if you're tapped in with modern rap, you've definitely
degree or something. You've been in the scene.
Yeah, so aside from the bioengineering degree, which I definitely have, I've also I've been in the industry for a while. So if you're tapped in with modern rap, you've definitely heard of me.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Glorb, I guess.
Yeah, but like, who is Glorb?
Well, you know, Glorb is Bikini Bottom's finest. I'm the top dog out here. I guess, now what you're looking for, though, my main identity...
Journalism, architecture, graphic design, music management, fine art.
Famous. You're Shalem. You have a job too? What do you do? So I told her.
Is it him?
I'm a civil engineer. I just passed my PE and I design water and sewer systems. We usually
conceal that, but I will say this, listen, so if you've been looking over the series for a while and you've been a fan for a while, you may have caught some breadcrumbs about little things, and maybe I've said some stuff in lyrics or, you know, maybe something in the visuals somewhere, but I've definitely left little breadcrumbs that might lead you to who I really am, if that
installed pipes in the ditch line next to road.
helps.
Oh, that's, wait, what the fuck? So wait, you've got your own little clues
it's
hidden
easy
in
to
there,
add.
like it's national treasure?
I've got to conceal that, but I will say this, listen, so if you've been...
And you're not someone that just picked up the old engineering degree or something. You've been in the scene.
Yeah, so
Oh,
aside from the
chat.
bioengineering degree, which I definitely have,
Access
I've
for
also
repairs,
I've been in
and
the
it isn't
industry
in
for a
anyone's
while.
way.
So if you're tapped in with
This
modern
project
rap,
of mine had a
you've definitely
particular
heard of it.
challenge.
Who are you?
Well, you know, I'm Glorb, I guess.
Yeah, but like, who is Glorb?
Well, you know, Glorb is Bikini Bottom's finest. I'm the top dog out here. I guess, I get now what you're looking for, though. My main identity, I've got to conceal that, but I will say this, listen, so if you've been looking over the series for a while and you've been a fan for a while, you may have caught some breadcrumbs about little things, and maybe I've said some stuff in lyrics, or, you know, maybe something in the visuals somewhere, but I've definitely left little breadcrumbs.
He's a New York rapper. Imagine. RP. Oh, I hate that site for that reason, bro. Okay. What the fuck, chat?
In the jellyfish fields, trying to fish you off my mind. Spend my nights at the Gulagoon, experiencing the high tide. I feel like the man with glass bones and paper skin, and a heart so fragile.
Oh, you can play down here.
I know I'm not long tan in hand.
Oh, that's fucking loud, you piece of shit. Chat, any opinions on this, or you fucks have no opinion on anything ever because you don't know how to speak, type, or talk? Yo, what the fuck? It is Yeat. I know it's Yeat. It's Yeat. I knew it was Yeat the whole time.
About to perform. Just chilling. If you had a time machine,
So that might
what would
lead
you
you
do?
to who I really am, if that helps.
Oh, that's wait, what the fuck? So wait, you've got your own little clues hidden in there, like it's national treasure
know,
that'll connect to you, the Glorb.
Yeah, so
I'll
that
go to
there's
the
little
future.
bits we've left here
How
and there,
far
and
you
if
think,
people
like,
have an eye for it, they're gonna find it
centuries or
eventually. I
really,
think it's
really
just a
far?
matter of time,
Or
to be
like
honest. Before
6 million. 6 million years.
Yeah, that's
See what's going on.
That's Yeat, bruh.
it's
Sorry.
leaked, but I guess that's the fun of it, right?
That's such a banger little scavenger hunt. You're gonna have like Super Sloothe going through there frame by frame, dissecting that now.
Yeah, I mean, once my address gets leaked and people pull up at my house, I'm probably gonna regret making this little scavenger hunt. But you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens.
Who are your main influences?
I'd definitely say the genre of rage music in general is a huge influence. Any of these new modern rap wave sounds that we're hearing, and to be honest as well, probably my main artist project as well, but obviously I can't really go into that in too much detail, but yeah, just a bunch of these new synthy, rage-driven beats that we're hearing, a bunch of that is inspiring. There's a ton of underground artists that obviously I've got my finger on the pulse and I work with a lot of these people, so I've been listening to a lot of that stuff and just combining it with this, this nostalgic childhood dream, you know what I mean?
Not degree or something. You've been in the scene.
Yeah, so aside from the bioengineering degree, which I definitely have, I've also I've been in the industry for a while. So if you're tapped in with modern rap, you've definitely heard of me.
Who are
And forth.
Wait. I hate words. It's Central Cee, bro.
What's between us? They would put basically what they would do is they put a copyright claim on the song. They'd rip it down from my Spotify, then they would re-upload back to my Spotify, but their version. So they would basically be able to claim all the royalties. And this speaks to a way larger issue with Spotify in general, where independent artists don't really have any protection against this stuff. So, like for example, with the gentleman, are you independent?
Yeah, that's just us.
Yeah, so in that case, and this is gonna sound horrible to say, but I could just go onto your Spotify, put a fake copyright claim in and say, oh, Charlie used my snare at 55 seconds. Like, even if you did it. And then Spotify essentially, they legally have to believe that, and they have to rip the song down. And this goes for independents. It's a different story if you're with a major label, but this speaks, like I said, this speaks to a way larger issue with Spotify and the music industry in general, where you basically have a bunch of these kids going around, scammers, literally just taking people's money, and they can target anyone that is an independent. And hell, even some major label artists get hit with this. So that's what we dealt with, which was, it was insane.
No, there's some dirty scoundrels out there for sure. And I have no doubt you probably handled them accordingly. They're probably dead now and buried would be my guess.
Don't go digging in the jellyfish fields. I'll leave it at that.
To what degree do you, like, how does the AI work here? Do you sing the track and then put an AI filter over it? Is it entirely AI and you're just inputting the bars? How does it work?
So I've seen a lot of comments, especially on TikTok about this, where people, they're saying, like, AI is getting so scary, it's now writing these full songs, but no. I'm right. Writing these songs as Glorb, and then in terms of the beats, 80% of the beats are made by me and my team. So it's all done in-house. We're all running that stuff. There's some beats like the bottom 2 beat. A lot of people pointed that one out. That was a beat that we found early on, and we got the license to, and blah blah blah. But yeah, we've used some beats online and other stuff like that. But for the most part, everything you hear is coming, I guess, from the Glorb factory, which is basically me and the homies. So, yeah. And when it comes to the voices of that, so right now you hear me as Dankton, but basically what I do is I make sure that I hit the voices as close as I can. So when it comes to Mr. Krabs, I'm going,
you know the crab like money.
You know, we're doing it as close as we can, and we're voice acting it 95% of the way there and letting the AI do the rest.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it so crisp. I think if it was entirely AI doing most of the work, it wouldn't sound as clean. It wouldn't hit as hard.
Yeah, it'd probably sound like shit, let's be real.
So, how many people have reached out to you for a feature by now? I imagine you've got a Rolodex full of some heavy hitters coming at you for some Glorb features.
Oh, yeah, well, no, aside from Drake, we keep getting hit up by this guy, these guys called the Gentlemen, I think they're called, but never mind about that. But yeah, no, look, we get a ton of emails from kids, and there's a bunch...
Dex full of some heavy hitters coming at you for some Glorb features.
Oh, yeah, well, no, aside from Drake, we keep getting hit up by this guy, these guys called the Gentlemen, I think they're called, but never mind about that. But yeah, no, look, we get a ton of emails from kids, and there's a bunch of younger kids that are artists trying to come up that really want to feature, and then there's also some established acts as well, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's very hard to bring features into the Glorb universe, because obviously, it just comes with a bunch of moving parts. We have to figure out ways to bring it in, but, I mean, hell, man, it just makes me happy to see all these emails from kids, even if they're just wanting a feature. I know that in some way I've inspired them, and, you know, we get emails as well of people saying, like, man, we play your stuff in our college dorms, or we all love you, we listen to you on the school bus, or whatever it is. It's just so cool to see so much love and so much passion for this project that I've created. So, yeah, it's awesome. But in terms of features, man, I mean, we might have to make a little exception for the gentleman. we'll see how that goes, huh?
All right, well, that's pretty exciting, though. There could be a Glorb feature. You could do like a Hatsune Miku-style live concert at some point. Is that something you're thinking about?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too much into detail, but all I can say in regards to live shows is keep your eyes peeled. Something's coming.
Have you ever thought of branching out beyond SpongeBob for this style of music? Is there any other, like, properties you have your sights set on, or is Glorb always going to be in the SpongeBob universe?
Yeah, so there's a fabled Family Guy track out there, and I've never released it, but I put a snippet into the Discord early on, and then ever since then, it's whenever someone new joins the Discord, they eventually come to realize that there's this secret Family Guy track that's hidden, and, you know, I love it, though. Everyone in the Discord really wants that song, so eventually, maybe. I might drop that song, but once you involve all these other different, I feel like once I bring other shows into this, then it kind of convolutes the storyline that I'm currently trying to go through, and I also just really want to see this whole SpongeBob Bikini Bottom storyline played out. I really want to tell my story and what I have in mind for the future of the Glorb universe. So I kind of want to get that done, but there's definitely a part of me that wants to really crack into some other stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, I always have to keep in mind, the more IP I go after, let's say I do Simpsons or Family Guy, you know, the more problems it can bring into this whole thing. So I have to be very careful, you know?
That's a really good point. That's the deep cut Glorb lore right there. But you're right. If you started targeting other IPs that might not be as chill as Viacom right now, you're collecting like the Infinity Stones of lawsuits. So that could be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, they'll punch my shit in for sure.
So then you mentioned the storyline here. Why don't you tell everyone what the whole story is for the Glorb universe here that you've crafted? Because it's more than just music. You are actually telling stories. Like they have like a continuing plot thread that runs through them.
No, 100%. And I think this whole Glorb universe really just came to life once I sat down and started to write from the perspective of these characters. It's like they took on a life of their own. So, you know, it's
Sorry, I was trying to find out who it was. I think it's Central Cee.
That's almost a continuation of how their lives have gone since we left the show as kids. So since we've stopped watching it, we've grown up. It's almost like these characters have grown up alongside us, and they've gotten into just as much shit as we have. So, you know, obviously I'm not blind to the dark realities of the world, I guess. So there's a lot of violence in this show. There's a lot of, you know, there's gun violence, there's drug sales, there's a lot of shady business dealings. There's also, you know, there's heartbreak and there's relationship problems, and, you know, it's basically the world that we grew up with as kids when our lives were innocent is, it's become like our lives now where we're adults and it's not so innocent. Essentially, it's SpongeBob on crack.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you don't have to tell me about the fuckery that's afoot there, man. I'm still checking over my shoulder daily just in case Dankton's around the corner or something airing it out. Like, it's scary. Like, you've got some villains out there. Karen's getting run through by everyone with a pulse in Bikini Bottom. Like, that bitch is everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know, she definitely had her time around there, but I feel like she really brought it back to how things are meant to be with that vengeance son. But you gotta watch out for Dankton too, man. Like, he's a block spinner. He's an op shot. And speaking on that, I will say this. So I'm not too sure when this track is gonna, when this interview is gonna drop, before or after, but yeah, we will be seeing the return of Dankton very soon, and things are gonna get pretty hectic, and people might even say things are about to get a bit puffy. She might be taking this to motorboat school. That's all I'm gonna really say about her. But
there's
in
a
terms
poll.
of other
Who do you
characters
think
coming
it
into
is,
this
chat?
show, I do want to get the entire cast. So pretty much every single character from the SpongeBob series into the Glorbiverse. And, you know, when you've got that many personalities mixing and there's so many different characters, you're bound to run into so much fuckery. So,
oh God, so
I can't really say
fuckery,
too
boy.
much, but I'm thinking the Bikini Bottom might need a mayor soon, and we may have to have a little bit of an election. But you never know what can happen. I've heard those things get pretty violent.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can go wrong there. What's your, what's the track you're most proud of? What's the favorite track you've worked on?
You know, that's a hard one. So, I think in terms of the song that I think bangs the hardest, it's gotta be the bottom two. And I think everyone knows that too. That song is fucking crazy, it goes off, and I think that song, I think a lot of people resonated with it because it went...
We have done it now! You are fucked!
That's part of the theme as my eyes grow. Sipping heavily, smoking hydro. When I hit the returning title, Gary is my shadow, bitch, he go wherever I go.
Gary hit him with the Gary hit him with the
Gary hit him with the I'm a stone face killer like
Where my motherfucking house is.
Summit hit that dosey dough and smack you where your mouth is. Heard they want a solo, I can't do that till we out this. Grab my clarinet and smoke them up his body outfits. My treat the finger fresh, Ramadan.
Ramadan.
Get the kid his cash.
No.
Let the chopper
This shit is gas.
send him over, set relax. Put some lead up in his ass. Still hetero.
No, still hello.
money.
Know the spine's like fun.
Know the store keeps shining.
Know the squid likes guns.
What we all got in common when the shit's said and done is a dead fucking broke cheddar city that we run. That's part of the theme as my eyes grow. Sipping heavily, smoking hydro. When I hit the returning title, Gary is my shadow, bitch, he go wherever I go.
Gary hit him with the
Gary hit him with the
Fuck, brother. Come on, brother. That was gas.
went above and beyond the whole SpongeBob universe and into, you know, just a banger, viral banger. And I guess coming from that, I think a personal favorite of mine has to be Vengeance. Rapping as Karen was such a challenge, but that was a heap of fun. I really loved that one. And I gotta give a shout out to Can Gangsters Cry. I really do not make that type of music too often as my main artist project. I'm not known for it at all. So to do that track and see how well it was received and see people genuinely
What, are you supposed to be hard?
Man, as my main artist project, I'm never gonna sit there and talk about jellyfishing or spinning the block and leaving holes in them like SpongeBob. You know, it just can't happen. So, the fact that I get to do this like this, it's really good. It's like a creative writing exercise, and it's also, I get to dive into these characters, and in a way, like, I'll find myself taking on attributes of these guys when I'm done in the recording session. Like, I'll have an imprint of Dankton in my brain, which, I gotta watch out for that one. No, it's awesome, man. Like, I get to really dive into this and fully express myself in different ways. It's insane. I love it.
Yeah, I totally get that. So then, I'm sure you know of some of the other SpongeBob AI-related artists. Have you listened to, like, Boy What and all of them?
Oh, yeah, of course. So, yeah, Boy Watt is fire. He actually DM'd me shortly after he started because he was like, oh, yeah, the Glorb stuff inspired me, blah, blah, blah. And we had a great chat. He seems like a lovely dude. Fully support what he's doing. As well as that, there's your boy Sponge, who is amazing. He's been at it for years. That guy's amazing, too. We've spoken on Discord and that. Great guy. And you gotta give props as well to Oddwin. I'm not sure if he's still doing this stuff, but his shit was fire, man. He was really dope. So, big love to him, too.
Let's shout out the animation, because another thing that really stood out about the bottom two when it really popped off was people like talking about not only is the music incredible, but the visuals that accompany your tracks are always top notch as well. Your animator is Thrill to Will, correct? At least for some of them.
Yeah. So the 3D guy who does most of the Glorb stuff is Thrill to Will, and then a lot of the earlier videos too, stuff like the bottom number one, that was done by a guy called Cyrenek, and he's awesome. And I guess aside from that too, so those guys do all the 3D stuff, most of my videos and whatnot, but for the short form content that's on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, we mostly go with these 2D kind of animations and skits. So the people that do those are, there's a guy called Silly Incorporated. He's an absolute legend. And there's a guy called Fell Animated, I believe is his Instagram, and he is dope, man. So both of those guys are awesome. And, you know, Will and Cyrenek too, they're a massive part of what makes this whole reality come to life, you know, because I can make all the music and do all that, but being able to see these characters dive into this world and actually being able to see them spin the block and do all this, that's what brings it all to life. So shout out to those guys for.
Yeah. So I don't know if even you knew this, but just to further drive home the point of how deep the gentleman's influence is, Thrill to Will is actually the animator behind one of our music videos called Perfect Oblivion a couple of years back. So he is a fantastic guy. He also was the mastermind behind a game that I was addicted to speedrunning called Mr. Krabs Overdoses on Ketamine and Dies. I speedran that game.
Oh, wait, he made that?
Yeah, he made that game. That's his game.
Oh, man, that's like a Nardwuar moment for me. I can't even believe that. That's wild, man. He's never, not once, brought up in conversation with me that he made that game. I played that game too, dude. That's so weird. What the hell?
No, he's way too humble to bring up like his success in his career. He is such a talented guy. Like you've got a great team around you, and someone like Thrill to Will on the staff is such a huge like shining star to have there. So yeah, kudos to everyone you've built up around you, your 2D team, 3D team. Yeah, absolutely top notch shit.
Oh, no, hell yeah, man. And that even gets me thinking, like, I might have to look at making a Glorb video game. I might have to jump off this call soon and have a little chat to Mr. Will, huh? The past few months of my life with my main artist project and with Glorb have been absolutely insane. So I guess mostly what I just want to say is thank you. So to anyone out there who's watched my stupid-ass SpongeBob videos or stuck around or dove into the story, like, I truly appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this. And to you as well, Charlie, thank you so much for having me on here and giving this a platform, man. Like, I appreciate that for real.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you guys are extremely talented. Like, it's hard not to talk about how great what you're doing is, especially using a tool like AI, which has an extraordinarily negative reputation. Using it for a purpose you are is exactly, like, the best use of it. It's harmless, creative, it's fun, it's engaging, like, it's something that deserves the praise. So you've earned all your flowers here. Like, I can't wait to see where Glorb is in a year from now, because I really do think maybe you don't do the Las Vegas Sphere, maybe there are a bunch of sticklers over there or whatever at the Salty Spittoon, but if you start doing like the Glorb live concerts and all of that, like, I really think it's the sky's the limit for something like this. You guys are super talented.
No, thank you, man. And yeah, like I said, like, none of this would be, I guess, possible without the people supporting me and also the team involved in making this, from the animators to the producers and everything. So Yeah, I just want to say thank you, man. And I guess one thing that we have really been looking into as a team is kind of creating our own Glorb television show. And nothing's in works yet, but the idea is there. I would love to have like an Adult Swim-esque, hip-hop infused, violent-ass kind of kids show. I think it'll be sick. But yeah, nothing concrete yet. Let's hope I don't fumble the bag.
That's all I got on my end. If there's anything else you want to talk about, mention, feel free, let me know.
I think we're about done here, but Charlie, genuinely, thank you so much for having me on, and anyone watching this shit, I appreciate you. My name is Glorb, and until next time, see you in bikini.